Hello everyone, how you going? Now I hope you're ready to be confused, or perhaps you're too big brained to be confused about some of these, but today we're doing confusing perspective. Now as it says, the place for puzzling perspectives, confusing angles and missing context. All in all, it just leaves you scratching your head going, what am I looking at? Is this real? Is this fake? Is it photoshopped? How have they done this? Well, let's get into it. Boris Johnson broadcasting from his floor. It looks like he's on his elbows. Good on him. You know, you gotta have a relaxed prime minister. They're under often a lot of stress, especially these days. There's a lot to do and keep your eye on. So yeah, you gotta have a time to relax. Even though I can't imagine it being very good for your back, it's definitely comfy for a little while and you go, oh, and you try and get up and then you go, oh, I've made a bad mistake now. I have done my back in. This is going to take a week to recover from. And Boris, mate, you're not young, so he's better be careful about how long he does it for. You know, if that interview's an hour and a half, he's going to be toast for the next week. But no, I wonder where this has been broadcast from. I wonder if it's from his house. The British Prime Minister has their tiny terrace house. I don't know what the actual address is, but yeah, you could look it up. I don't think it could be more British if they tried, but yeah, I wonder if it's from there. I mean, why would you bother if you're doing an emergency address and, you know, you're trying to spread the message of staying indoors, then this is the perfect way. Hiding in the trees with no torso. Wait, what? Hang on. Is he just sticking his neck out massively? Is that what's going on here? Already, I'm scratching my head. 2 posts in and I can't figure it out. He must just be turning his head. Yeah, you can kind of see his back arch here. Look, there we go. There's his back. So he just must be super. He's just got a super curvy spine and then he's sticking his neck out. But it looks so weird. It looks like he's missing half his body. The face, also just the face that he's pulling makes it so much better as well. Just a I wonder if the person noticed straight away when they were taking the photo and that's why they took the photo, or is it, I don't know, weeks later you look back, oh yeah, this is when we went for just a little bushwalk or whatnot, and then you're, hang on, what is wrong with this photo? What am I looking at? What happened to it? And you go, oh, then you go, finally I can see what happened here. Who would have known that camo suits have come so far? He's wearing a split jacket. The right half of him is camo and the left half is just a hoodie. And yeah, that's the effect it gives. So you can try it out for yourself. But yeah, half of these posts are probably going to be people that realize it. And the other half are probably just going to be accidental. The cat is explaining about the weather. Oh, yeah. Nice arm. Look at him go. See, really, you think that the cat is explaining about the weather, but he's actually communicating to all the other cats nearby that, okay, we're going to strike from this location first. And then this blue line indicates the side that we'll flank them on. The pincer maneuver will start from the south, move around, and then up around to the top corner. And you will be toast. The cats are coming and they're using the weather to communicate. They've figured out the perfect method of communication, and your cat might just be the Kingpin. It's very cute though. Look at it, his little arm, boop, just sticking out. The other guy with his face sticking out on the right side of the screen doesn't seem too phased about your cat having an arm, but that's alright. You know, he's probably seen it 50 times today, and I'm sure you have too. Not a deadly trap, but the interior of a spruce tree. Whoa, what? That does look like the Rancor Pit. Look at it. That's crazy. Why is that a thing? Why would that be a thing that the tree's done? It's like growing internal roots inside its trunk. It was trying to finally ascend to Super Saiyan God, so I had to get all of its tree root friends to come along and give all their energy. See, people think trees are only good for giving us oxygen. No. They are saving the earth from under our very feet, and we never even knew about it. I don't know if it's confusing expective. I guess it did say it's under review in the title, but it's more just interesting as anything. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you? Tree roots are saving the world and growing internally. It's a cat cicada. This is like cat dog without the dog. This is cat. Poor top cat though doesn't have any extremities. It just has a tail to connect to the bottom cat, and it's just got front legs. That is a very, very fluffy tail though. Look at that tail. He must have been working that tail out or something, considering, you know, look at the gains on that thing. That bottom cat actually can't get up. It's actually stuck down by the sheer weight of the tail. They were mid-fight like a James Bond film, jumping all around, parkour, and then you walked in and they went, oh, no, it's all good. Meanwhile, you just saved the bottom cat's life as there was about to be a Lion King moment and the top cat was about to push the bottom cat off the shelf and then sadly there happened to be a stampede underneath. Yes, these two seemed quite chill, they seemed quite comfy, and so maybe this isn't the first time you found them like this, but you went, finally, I'll get a photo of them. Native Americans after invention of plastic bottles 1973. Cheap vitamin water surveys his domain. And just the arms too, just, yes, looking over my kingdom, I peruse my estate. See, obviously this one was on purpose, and I think the last one was on purpose as well, but there's been a couple in here so far that haven't been on purpose, I don't think. They could have just been accidents. The fact that he's saw this and went, that looks really weird. Oh, that's what it reminds me of. I wonder if you told the poor guy or if you just left him in secrecy. You know, he always aspired to be a chief, but he never realized he was sitting right behind him at all times. If only he could see behind him and then he would have known, but sadly he could not, and so he lived out his life thinking and wishing, but never got to truly realize his full potential. It finally happened. They fused together. Whoa, wow. I guess you can kind of see the color gradient. I guess what? This white cat here is tucked behind the because you can see that little corner there. If that little corner there wasn't there, then you wouldn't be able to really tell, I don't think. You can see he's tucked behind the couch and then the other one's sitting on top of him, and it's all good. But this is the second fused cat post we've had so far. I almost prefer the last one though because of that massive tail that we had. And also this one seems a little bit more obvious to me, but I pretty much immediately knew what was going on here, but maybe that's just because I expected the cats to be lying on top of each other. But no, they both do look very content and sleepy, so I'm sure they were just chilling out, cozying up together, keeping nice and warm. You know, everyone can learn a thing or two from the penguins. My beagle doubled in length overnight. Whoa. Mate, what are you doing? I want whatever he's having. If he can double his length, that's crazy. The fact that you said beagle, though, is a bit weird because if you said beagles, that could make sense. But because this isn't a fusion, apparently, this is just a stretch. So hopefully he's not doing some magic saw trick where they chop him in half and then split the box open. Oh, but like all the other animals on here, he looks pretty comfy. Maybe he's happy with his new length. The proportions of him now make him the most sausage dog I think I've ever seen though. Think of how long he is. That's some serious core strength to keep that belly just hovering above the ground. But well done, mate. Overnight he set a new world record. He's looking us straight in the eye as well. This picture of my cat in a box looks like a Polaroid picture. Whoa, it does. Wow, that looks like you've just got a Polaroid picture just sitting on the edge of the box. I think it's especially because you've got styrofoam or something in there, so that white lip that it's got gives it that Polaroid look where they always have the either a full frame, but one side it always seems to be bigger as well. And also the proportions of it, everything about it is just perfect. I do wonder why the cat's in there though. There seems to be quite a bit of broken styrofoam in there, so maybe he just put it in there to play, but it kind of looks like a padded cell considering it's styrofoam and you can close it up to be solitary confinement. So yeah, I do wonder why the cat's in there. I'm sure it's just having a good time, but yeah, it's incredible, that Polaroid picture look. 2 shopping carts half submerged. Oh wow. Huh? Is they on their side? Hang on. They are on their side. That is glassy water. It almost looks like on this left one that this bit here is a second mini shopping cart. I don't know if they have them elsewhere in the world, but sometimes at the shops in Sydney, as I can think of Bunnings as an example, they have mini kids trolleys so the kids can push stuff around so they can feel like the parents and have a good time while the parents have to shop around and get this and that. So it almost looks like that. But yeah, that water is so glassy and it almost looks like there's more shopping trolleys in there. You can see underneath there's that white and one in the back maybe, unless that's all part of the same trolley. But wow, people have really just got rid of those trolleys in wherever that body of water is. This almost looks as though someone's just grabbed it in Photoshop, copied it, and then tilted it 90 degrees until it all lined up again. I'm sure this happens all over the place, but people just don't get to see it in the perfect water or whatever it is. So you were one lucky person to receive all that karma for just a couple trolleys. Perfect timing. Damn boy, you got some nice legs on you. Look at you. And he knows it too. Look at him. He's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the paparazzi's taking photos of me. Just out here trying to enjoy my walk along the rocks. And you know, all these people just follow me everywhere because they know I have the best legs in the business. It's good to see they're all being sun safe. They've all got their hats on and sunglasses and whatnot. He does have pretty skinny arms though, so he's redirected all of his effort into his legs and not into his arms. And also, most guys seem to avoid short shorts, but he's just rocking them. He's going, nah, stuff it. This is what I want to wear. I got the best legs and I'm going to show them off. You can say whatever you want about me, but this is what I'm doing today. My brain is still processing this image. What? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I only just figured it out. That took way too long. Oh, okay. I see. It's such a random perspective that he was on. How are they both wearing the exact same color clothing? Obviously a jacket for her and pants for him, but oh my goodness. I can't believe how long that took me to figure out. I knew what was happening and I still couldn't see it. Obviously he's on her back, but I couldn't figure out where the body parts were. It was all weird. This is definitely my favorite so far in terms of it being confusing. See, again, I'm sure when this person took the photo, they might have not noticed it, unless they were taking the photo because they realized they were both had the same color on. But I'm sure it's way more likely that you looked at it after and you went, look at this thing, it looks so weird. Or maybe she's just doing some real pretzel maneuver, you know, just real bent over and he's got some nice ripped tights on. You know, we don't know. You know, we had the last guy that was wearing short shorts, so this guy's just trying to wear tights. We're not going to judge him for it, are we? And then she's trying to go for fashion with the full fluoro green, yellow jumpsuit. So really, even though you say this is confusing perspective, it's just exactly what it looks like. Black cat looks like the white cat's shadow. Whoa, that's a silhouette of a cat. It must be blinking or there must be no light on it because you can't even see its eyes or anything. Usually you can see a cat's eyes. I guess it's a pretty low res image, so maybe with a few more pixels you'd be able to tell a bit better, because without the high resolution you miss some of the details that allow you to see if it's a real cat or a silhouette or whatnot. And considering that couch is almost pitch black and the background is super dark as well, it seems like a very dark area. But really, you've got all these scientists trying to develop the blackest thing in the universe. You got Vanta Black, you got Black 3.0 and whatnot. But nah, this cat's biologist blows them all out of the water. The blackest thing in the planet, each fur is actually a carbon nanotube. So you cannot see it, it just looks like a shadow moving along. How you ever find your cat in the dark is beyond me. You need to put a fluoro collar on it or something, but yeah. Hang on a minute, wait, weather cat. It is the one we already saw. Hang on, let's look at which one was uploaded first. You got 17 days ago and 28 days ago. No, the repost got the more upvote. I mean, if the other one we saw was a repost as well, that's, you know, that's just what you get. But it's always the way, isn't it? Reposts just seem to get more upvotes. It's just how it is. We've seen this guy. Look at him. Someone just put a bit of a filter on it. Once again, cat trying to take over the universe. Now we've seen multiple cats combining themselves into one, trying to merge themselves to create a stronger entity. Some of the other cats have decided to merge with each other, but this one, the head honcho, just decided to merge with its owner, ripped off its arm and... Got Milk 101. Oh my goodness. When is this from? I wonder if this is an old image or if it's just a grayscale image, because that clothing looks pretty new, I'd say. It's so perfect though. Look at that lineup. So again, I wonder if this person knew when they took this photo or if they just kind of took it and went, oh, what have I just done? There has to be someone that knew what was going on here, even if the teacher or whatever didn't know. I mean, besides from the obvious, it's a great thing that they're teaching kids a bit more hands-on skills in terms of milking cows or whatnot. Realistically, virtually no one's learning anything like that anymore. So, you know, if these kids get to experience that, that's a good thing. They all get to line up and have a go at the teacher's contraption. I think it is even better because it is black and white. I imagine that it wasn't the white colored shirt that she's wearing, but when you take it and make it black and white, it becomes white. You know, it could have been a pink or a cream or something like that, so you would have easily been able to tell before, but now it doesn't look good, does it? But those kids seem to be loving it, so that's all that matters. In an attempt to make this a crochet blanket, I have made it a 3D illusion from a certain angle. Damn, you've made some void pockets there. Look, into the abyss they go. That blanket actually has infinite storage. You just keep putting stuff in stacks in there and it just falls away and you never get to see it again. It's a great bin. You can sort all of your rubbish into different things. You got soft plastics, hard plastics, all of the different recycling numbers, organics waste, green waste, cardboard, all of the types you could ever want. What is there, 25 squares here? You can sort it out as much as you want. That's what you've really done. But aside from that, it's a very well done crochet piece. Well done with all your different colors and all your different stitching. It looks pretty darn big as well, so I imagine it would have taken you a while to do that. Something of a meter by meter size wouldn't be easy. I'm sure it also takes a lot of wool to do, so well done overall. Now whenever you crochet in the future, you'll probably either be trying to do it or going, oh, did I do it again? And then spinning it around all the time, going, okay, no, I didn't do it. And then you check it 20 minutes later, okay, have I made another optical illusion? If you enjoyed this one, you might almost be disappointed with any future works. The girl scratches her back and it looks like a horror movie. Whoa, that arm's coming from the chair. Whoa, that doesn't even really look like a hand that she would have almost. That looks like a bigger hand than you would expect. But yeah, that angle, wait, hang on, no, that is right. That's just super flexible though. Whoa. The fact that she's got an elbow all the way around. My shoulder isn't nearly that flexible to kind of go straight down and straight back up like that. Usually you see people either going over their back if it's up the top or using the opposite arm to get it over that side. But she's super flexible and that's why it looks really weird. But yeah, as I said, that's something you definitely see in a horror movie as the camera just slowly zooms in and the hand slowly reaches out. Further and further and further and further, and so then someone opens the door or someone looks at it and it just disappears. And then so you, the audience, knew what was going on. No one else saw it, but she was completely oblivious and it sets it all up. Oh, I can just imagine it now. Yarn on the table or giant yarn on a hardwood floor. First of all, before we even address the perspective of this, nice photo with all these colors in it. But yeah, no, I think there's enough other stuff in the picture that you can tell that it isn't a hardwood floor. Also, you got this lip on the bottom right, so that makes it look like it's a table. This spindle winder wouldn't be that big that it's on the floor, so I guess I can see where you're coming from, but I didn't get tricked for it 1 second there. What do you guys reckon? Is this confusing perspective? Maybe it's because they said it in the title, but this one didn't get me at all. And the top of the month for confusing perspective is, I thought the side work was her body. What? Oh, I mean, I saw it very, very briefly. For a split second, I saw what you were talking about. And then I actually saw how her body was angled and it disappeared and I can't see it again. It was like a really quick optical illusion. Ones where you have to stare at something and then you blink and it's gone again. That definitely wouldn't be a traditional style of dress though, you know, having paving patterns on your dress. But hey, people are experimenting more and more these days with their weddings. They're becoming more social gatherings and parties and super formal events. So if you want to have a random thing like paving on your dress, I'm sure no one would mind. It's your wedding either way. So who cares what people think? But yeah, it all looks lovely. So hopefully it was a nice day for you. But that is going to do it for Confusing Perspective. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to do all the YouTube and legal things like liking and commenting down below. Other than that, I've been posting a lot of these videos, so maybe you want to check out a few of the other ones, or if you don't want to miss another one in the future, consider subscribing. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.